First step. Click on the new fill or adjustment layer icon at the bottom of the layers panel, then choose gradient map from the list. The preview bar shows us our current gradient colors. To edit the colors, click on the bar. Step 2. This opens Photopeia Gradient Editor, where we find a larger preview bar in the lower half of the dialog box. Notice the 2 little squares below each end of the gradient. These are called color stops, and we use them to edit the gradient colors. Step 3. Let's start by changing the color on left. This is the color that's mapped to the darkest tones in the image. To edit the color, double-click on the color stops. This opens the color picker where we can select a different color. Step 4. Let's choose a bright saturated red. In the RGB section in the color picker, set the R value, which stands for red, to 240. Set G for green to 15 and set B for blue also to 15. Then click OK to close the color picker. Step 5. Next, let's change the color for the lightest areas back in the gradient editor. Double-click on the white color stops below the right side of the gradient. This reopens the color picker. This time, we will choose a bright saturated yellow. Set the R value to 245, the G value to 220, and the B value to 10. Then click OK to close the color picker. If you look in the preview bar in the gradient editor, we see that we now have a gradient that transitions from red on the left to yellow on the right, and because Photopeia blends the color together, we also have a nice orange in the middle, which is being mapped to the midtone in the image. Click OK to close the gradient editor. Step 6, and here's what the image looks like. To blend the gradient's color and in the image, all we need to do is change the blend mode of the gradient map adjustment layer. You'll find the blend mode option in the upper left of the layers panel. By default, the blend mode is set to normal. Click on the word normal and change the blend mode to overlay. The only problem now is that the colors are too intense. Let's lower the intensity so it looks more like a sunset. To reduce the intensity, all we need to do is lower the opacity of the adjustment layer. The opacity option is directly across from the blend mode option in the layers panels. Keep an eye on your image as you lower the opacity to find the setting that works best. We lower it to 50% and here's the final result. Save document as PSD file in case you want to edit it again later.